Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 23 for Season 2 already, can you believe it? We're picking up right where we left off at the end of the Abu Dhabi race to cap off Season 1. We're going to pick up nearly all of the parts that we needed to cover in the aero department. We've got none in the power unit, so it's going to be a little bit scary going into the end of the season. As by the thumbnail you probably saw, we've got a new livery, but we'll have to wait for that. First then, we're off to the facilities. We're going to get a resource point upgrade there, maxing out that Spec 2. Power unit resource points, durability resource points, and what else? We've got 15 million to spend. We're going to spend a bit here on the simulator for our teammate Jack Doohan, who has decided to remain at the team. A fabrication upgrade for the powertrain department, because maybe we're going to go for Spec 2 and everything before we go up to Spec 3. And we'll try and get some of these as well. We've only got 204 resource points, so that's going to be a little tricky. And that's where we are in every department, essentially, compared to the rest of the teams. And there's the performance graph. Massive drop-off for us, but it seems like everyone is suffering. Anyway, continuing forward. More resource points there. We have to make the absolute most of the time that we have. So we're going to be picking up this piston upgrade and try and climb up that power unit's table. Lots of upgrades coming in. We're going to be getting an extra few resource points from that. We're getting 500 per week now. And there's the important piston upgrade. So straight back over to R&D, and we're going to be picking up the spark plugs for another 500. Quite cheap in the early days. The problem is we have to unlock the next one in the chain in order to carry on upgrading. We get that drag reduction upgrade as well, which pretty much puts us to where we were last season. We're going to pick our rival, Carlos Sainz, who was our former teammate, and carry on towards the season break, because we started in Australia, so we've missed Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, so before the season's even begun, we've got a break. Spark plugs are done. Front and gurney flap is about to finish. But we're going to pick up the ignition system now. Only a 40% failure chance there, which is excellent. And we're also going to get status as well for the ERS upgrades. We're 4 points shy of that weight reduction upgrade though, so we'll have to just wait a few days. There we go. And back into R&D, over to chassis. Get this weight reduction upgrade, because we want the engine cover one ideally, because that's one of the more overpowered ones when it comes to increasing your chassis level. Status finish as well. We got a power unit department event, which is essentially to get a discount on the ECU, which is part of the fuel system. We're going to pay for it because we've got 9 million in the bank right now, saving up for some more expensive upgrades. So, given that it's practice on the first race of the season, it made us do a bit of running around, and we completed some of the tasks. And then we come out to quick practice to mop up what's left. Initial thoughts on the car. Not ideal. That will become clear very soon. But hopefully, after maybe about 4 or 5 races, we'll be back up there fighting at the top of the midfield again. I think at the moment we're probably aiming at just about scoring points. I don't think we're going to get much higher than a P5 for a little while, but that's kind of what we were going for anyway, because we are quite far behind. It's supposed to be quite difficult. Over to R&D again, and we're going to pick up rotor speed just to get another ERS upgrade locked in, and an ICE upgrade. Oh, and also a turbo. Right then, down under to Australia after that obscenely long intro with all of our practice and post-season and pre-season preparation going on. And now we're back to the grid for Season 2. And of course, we got to see the new livery very shortly. It's a custom one as well, not one that I've downloaded that someone else has made. I made this monstrosity myself. So don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell as well, so you know when all of these races are uploaded, and you get to see what hideous liveries I can come up with in the future if I want to make any more. onto the starting grid then we go, and on the front row we've got both Ferraris. It's Carlos Sainz with the pole position and Charles Leclerc behind him in second. Further down the order we have Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell and Max Verstappen, Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon and Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri and Kevin Magnussen, followed by Lance Stroll and Jack Doohan, Valtteri Bottas and Nico Hulkenberg, Radiant Slothz and Yuki Tsunoda, Zhou Guanyu and Logan Sargent, and finally it's Teo Pourchaire and Nick De Vries. And yes, we are a little bit down the order, I think partially because I left it a little too late to come out on track qualifying and ended up getting stuck in traffic. Too many mistakes on the lap as well, and that's the result yet. Essentially, there is Esteban Ocon, who is a more fitting rival for us after last season, and there is a brief look at the new livery. Right then, it's time to get underway here in Australia for Season 2, and we are away. We're right at the back there on the right-hand side. There's our teammate as well. It's not very difficult to miss us there with the massive green explosive colour that we've got going on as we go side by side with Valtteri Bottas, the man that smashed his front wing on us at the start of Abu Dhabi just 2 days ago, as we get past him again and tucking behind our teammate Jack Doohan. Bottas still coming back in the slow, and we get past him without any problems. Probably jealous of the fact that the kick green is currently on our car and not his own. As we come into the newer section of the circuit, still in pursuit of our teammate, and as you can see, power unit issues aside, we've also got chassis problems, being that we've got considerably awful chassis. And that's not helping our cornering ability too much either. But we do have the best aero. I'm not really sure what else to say about that, because it's not the best. But it's not helped us very much. Definitely not in qualifying. Anyway, as we get underway, this is our start. There's Bottas or just ahead of us, now alongside us. The Haas going all over the grass there. Making an interesting line. And there's Bottas, who took the position away briefly. This was his attempt at overtaking us into the left-hander. Gets pretty much in front of us, but can't move back across. And has to give up the place. Nearly loses the position to Zhou Guanyu as well. But we rejoined on lap 3. A little bit of an issue. Lance Stroll has started on the medium tyre and is holding up everyone right now. So the Ferraris and the Mercedes are running away. I think that might be Hamilton up front, or possibly Russell, I suppose. We're going to go round the outside of our teammate as we try and time this between the yellow flags. We do get it and run slightly wide through there, but we have got the position away from our teammate. But he's not happy. He's coming back at us as Nico Hulkenberg retires from the race. And Jack Doohan gets past as well. Sound off down below in the comments what you think about the livery. As I say, it's one that's kind of been custom done by myself. At least all of the sponsors are. And there's a link in the description as well, so you can find out how you can make one for yourself. Because this is done using a template, which quite possibly makes it one of the best mods that has ever been created. Of course, you do have to be on PC in order to make one. And you also cannot use it online, as usual with these liveries. For some reason. But anyway, off towards Doohan, and it's not really worked out there at all. We're still following him here, approaching the end of lap 4. Valtteri Bottas now going for a move around the outside. Can we defend from him here as we go into this sharp right-hander? Yes, we do. And now Norris is going for a move on Stroll. Stroll hanging on just about here as Doohan also looks to find a way by there as Stroll has bullied his way back in front of Lando Norris. Also up ahead there's another train. I think that's Esteban Ocon leading that one. It could be Albon though. I can't see from this side. Oh, it is. Yes, it is Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly leading that train. As Stroll continues to defend, but we're going to make a move up the inside of Jack Doohan here. try and take away that position again. So our train is now merging with the train ahead of us, as we've got Kevin Magnussen up ahead, slowing down. We've got a yellow flag for some damage, I think. I guess one of them up there has crashed or had something go wrong. Also, I don't know what's happened here in the past few laps, but there's a Mercedes out front winning by a country mile, and one of the Ferraris has now dropped back to 5th place and is actually right at the front of this train that we've joined. So God knows what's going on there. There's Magnussen getting past Piastri. We're going to go down the inside of Lando Norris into the penultimate corner. And are we going to get the move to stick here? We're on the soft, he's on the medium. And yes, we do get past the McLaren. Jack Doohan should hopefully follow us through. He's going for a move at least. Or follow with Norris right now. See if Doohan can do it. He does very easily get past the McLaren. He must be having a bit of an issue at the moment as we watch Kevin Magnussen. So he is in the points. And somewhere in the distance is the rest of the point scorers. There's a Stroll, and then he drives off the grass. Piastri goes round the outside of Magnussen. Is he going to make the move stick here in front of the home crowd? He's just about hanging on there, as now we're going to have a look round Stroll. Stroll hits Magnussen there into the penultimate corner, and that has made him peel off into the pit lane. It's also caused a bit of a gap here, so now Jack Doohan's going to see an opportunity try and race us down the pit straight, and yes, he does get ahead at the braking, so we sweep round the outside and take away the position from him there, driving down towards this section. Doohan under attack now from Lando Norris. Can he stay ahead? He's just about hanging on, maybe. No, I think Lando Norris is now ahead of him and has cut him off there. Down into the left-hander, into the right-hander as well. Sliding around a little bit now as the tyres begin to wear off. Piastri under attack from Kevin Magnussen once again at the same section. And a very large gap ahead of them to the two Alpines. So let's see what we can make of this as we close up fairly rapidly behind them here as they battle side by side. Doohan has retaken 13th from Norris and is now caught up as well. And I think Piastri may have just signed his own death warrant there as he gives two cars behind the DRS as we go free wide into turn one. Piastri hits the side of the Haas in front of his home crowd. What was he thinking? He's lost a piece of his front wing as well. Not only that, but now Jack Doohan's going to try and have a look around Kevin Magnussen. Is he going to make that one stick? I don't know. We're just going to have to watch and find out. Yes, he does get past. I expect there's some slight damage to the underfloor of that Haas. This is Piastri. Drives into the side of Kevin Magnussen for no reason at all. And that is his race over, I suppose. As we rejoin our activities here, coming into the pit lane on lap 9. So we've done about half the race now. Doohan's going to stay out and carry on, see what he can do. And we've got the likes of Magnussen in behind us as well. We're going to have to watch out for him a little bit later on. And away we go. Nice and easy at the pit stop. No issues there whatsoever. Where do we come out, though? There is... Stroll is coming down the pit straight. And there he is. Although we had to repair that front wing, Lance Stroll has caught up on the fresh rubber. And he's going to go to the outside here. Our tyres are still too cold to fight him, but we do bash into the side of him there. And get past. Are we going to make this stick? We go over the curb there. That's not ideal. And they're going to be under a bit of pressure from Stroll as we come towards the DRS. So the other Haas is now retired. That is Kevin Magnussen. Literally 2 corners after making his pit stop has retired at the end of the second DRS straight. And there goes Stroll. Unsurprisingly, gets past this without any issues whatsoever. We might be able to get the DRS here and close back up to him, but we make a little mistake there, which is not good. And no, we haven't caught up. But here we are on lap 11 now, and Doohan has just come out. He's 5 seconds behind us. We got Stroll out of us still. There's Kevin Magnussen at the side of the road. Doohan looking in a spot of bother there on the mini-map as he's under attack from several cars, but it doesn't matter because the safety car has been deployed. Teo Porcher is out. Let's see what happened here. Following the McLaren of Norris potentially locks up here. And who was that there? Is that Lewis Hamilton? Just comes and smashes into the side of the Williams there. Took the wheel off. This is Hamilton. I mean, that was probably one of the smoothest crashes I've ever seen in my life, but it has resulted in that Williams having its entire wheel torn off as the safety car comes to an end pretty quickly already. We're on lap 13. It has closed up the field, though, and given us a chance to go after some more points. Also, Alex Albon on the podium right now. He has to defend for another quarter of the race, but still, great job from Alex Albon. But what can we do? Our car probably doesn't deserve to finish in the points, but we've got the chance. We may as well take it as we follow Stroll through this chicane towards this double right-hander. Kind of double right-hander. It's not really a double right-hander, is it? Into the dip we go. Can we get on the power here and use the slipstream to close up? We are gaining. We're gaining. We're gaining. On the Stroll to the right-hand side we go. He is just about starting to defend as well. And we sweep round the outside of Lance Stroll and take away the final point on offer. But we might be able to catch up to Gasly and Leclerc since they're running the harder compound at the moment. Hopefully we can. This was Stroll. Nearly hits us there, actually. That was very close. But he wasn't able to hold on long enough. And he's actually dropped back. He's now under attack from Doohan. We've joined this train, which is being led by Esteban Ocon. Up ahead, Verstappen and Hamilton battle away. Interesting. Up the inside of Gasly we go then. On the brakes, and we get past him without any issues whatsoever there. With the DRS, his hard tyres just not able to help him defend too much. But we do have to watch out on the straights for him. There goes Doohan up the inside of Lance Stroll. Stroll decides not to wipe them both out. And in the background, that is Lando Norris being absolutely shafted by both of the Alfa Romeos. Obviously, McLaren have got a bit of work to do before they will be at the top of the midfield again. Started okay, but not going to finish very well by the looks of things. As we watch on lap 19, this is Sergio Perez defending from Charles Leclerc. And also, we're behind him as well. Pierre Gasly has caught up as well. Perez now escaping. Leclerc under attack here. We're diving up at the inside of the Ferrari. Now we're going to make it round. Yes, we do. Get past Charles Leclerc. But he's going to get DRS. I hope we do as well. Let's go on board. Bit of contact there, admittedly. But we did get through without slamming him off the road. And here we go down the inside there. I just wheel banging, so not too bad. We only got one lap to go anyway, so not a big deal. As we come through this fast corner here. Actually, with the chassis issues I mentioned earlier, we're not too good on the exits of some of these corners or going through them. We can't rotate the car very well. This feels very heavy to get round and very susceptible to spinning as well a little bit still. I have to heavily invest in the chassis department to fix that. But we come around onto the final lap of Australia for Season 2. A good start to the season for many. For us, not so much. Down in P8 and we cut across Charles Leclerc. This is going to be an absolute pain to try and defend from as we come down towards the same place where we overtook him just a few minutes before. We've got the outside line this time as Charles Leclerc has swept past us and retaken P8, demoted us down to P9, and we can only come away with this with 2 points at the moment. Can we do anything else here using maximum ERS? At least I hope we are. The steering wheel's not lighting up. And now Pierre Gasly's going to try and ruin our race for us as well. Up ahead, Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon going head-to-head. Alex Albon is currently P2. This is unbelievable stuff. As the RGB convoy approaches the end of the lap, you can see the light flashing on our car. We are running out of battery, and that Alpine is wanting a piece of P9. Perez gets past Ocon with a couple of corners to go. Up ahead, Verstappen is on the podium alongside Albon and Russell, and we will cut around the final corner and power down the straight, but I don't think we can get past Charles Leclerc before the finish line. No, we can't, but we will celebrate by doing a 360 and having Pierre Gasly shunt us down the road. So a fairly realistic finish there for where we should be. Doing, of course, not far behind as well, so we're on about the right finishing position now, I would say, for our team. But look who it is! It's George Russell. For the second race in a row, picks up a Mercedes win at the season opener, which is going to be absolutely critical for a Mercedes return. And once again has to suffer a very long and awkward handshake. But also Alex Albon picking up another podium to his career. He did score one at Silverstone in the Williams and has scored multiple points last season. But look at this. Opening race and it's P2. Great job to him as well. So here are the final results. George Russell winning by half a second over Alex Albon, and Max Verstappen joining them on the podium with the fastest lap. Behind them we have Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, Charles Leclerc, Radiant Slothz and Pierre Gasly. So the driver's standings are as they were on the previous screen. George Russell, Alex Albon, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, Charles Leclerc, Radiant Slothz and Pierre Gasly making up the top 10. Further down the order we have Jack Doohan, Lance Stroll, Valtteri Bottas, Lando Norris, Zhou Guanyu, Yuki Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Logan Sargent, Nick De Vries, Teo Pourchaire, Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hulkenberg. And over to the constructors, it's a commanding lead for Mercedes after the opening race ahead of Red Bull. Then it's Aston Martin, closely followed by Ferrari. And then back to Alpine, Razor Softec, Alfa Romeo, McLaren, AlphaTauri, Williams, and then finally Haas. And that's all for this race. We'll catch you next time